Bro, you ever eat food and feel like you swallowed way too large of a piece of food? No, okay, cool. You ever eat?
Sorry, I was reading.
Have you ever eaten food and feel like you swallowed way too large of a piece of food? Like, whoa, I should have chewed on that one a little bit more.
Yeah. I hate like chips, man, and they cut you on the way down. It's the word.
Yeah, I just did that with pizza crust.
Oh man.
Little blue raz in the rotation.
Let's get it.
Wow, 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 wow. Oh yeah, it's tasty. I had to scarf down pizza though. I was like, either I drank this gallon of water, or if I hit a bang, I gotta have some type of food. And Danny was like, well, I got pizza you could have, and I was like, oh yeah, I think we'll do that. I think we'll do that.
How was that Yankees game? Was it a sweat?
It was beautiful. Jose Trevino, who wasn't even on the team a couple months ago. After we traded away Gary Sanchez, we got Ben Rortvedt from the Twins. So our catcher were going to be Rortvedt and Higashioka. Rortvedt gets injured, so we get Jose Trevino, lifelong Yankee fan. Well, yesterday, this is beautiful, was his belated father's birthday. And the whole day, he was like remembering his dad. He was drinking out of his coffee mug. He was tweeting about it. And then he has the game of his life. And then after the game, he tweets, Dad, I had that game that we always, pretended to have in our backyard. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. I'm not crying. You're crying. You're crying. What's up, guys? Happy Thursday. It's May 25th, it's Wednesday. How did that happen? How is it still Wednesday? Why does it feel like Thursday? I hate days. Days are just too much. Happy Wednesday, May 25th, 2022. I'm Gun, Twitter.com/Gundagger, joined by the mad scientist and a can of bang. And tonight is the night when Heat and Celtics face off again. Yeah. And, hey, it's okay. It's okay to not feel great, It's okay. It's even more. It's even more of a unfortunate. I don't know how to words. It's even more unfortunate that this series is just like it's a playoff series that we don't really know who's gonna play game to game. It feels like, man. The Spoelstra injury report is nuts. The Celtics haven't been 100% with Robert Williams, Marcus Smart. So officially, Marcus Smart, Robert Williams, questionable game time decisions. And on the Heat side, and this has been atypical for Spoelstra all year long, is that Tyler Hero, Kyle Lowry, Max Struss, PJ Tucker, Gabe Vincent, all officially game time decisions questionable. So we'll get down to the nitty gritty on some news here, but I think Robert Williams on the Celtics side is the main guy to watch. We've seen him sit games when we didn't expect it, and vice versa. Coach Udoka said that Robert Williams will be, quote, day to day for the remainder of the postseason. Williams had surgery to repair a torn meniscus at the end of the regular season, and he has been fighting through some pain and swelling for the entirety of the postseason. The Time Lord status, game to game, depends entirely on the recovery of his knee after days where he plays. This will not change, so expect for him to be on the injury report as long as Boston is still playing. As for his status on Wednesday night, Udoka said that he and Marcus Smart are feeling better, and both will test it out pregame. So it sounds like he might play every other game if that's his recovery process. And then, of course, Marcus Smart questionable as well. And we go to the Miami Heat side. And, of course, this is all from NBCSportsEdge.com. Shout out to them. Kyle Lowry. We'll start at the top here and go down just so we have the housekeeping done. He's dealing with a left hamstring. He's questionable. Yes, he has missed many games this postseason, so we understand that that's even more volatility in his game-to-game availability. Gabe Vincent, he is also questionable. So is P.J. Tucker, who's dealing with left knee irritation. Max Strus, right hamstring strain, and same for Vincent, except on the left side. They're all questionable as well. Again, this trio has been more of the everyday injury report, so I'm a little less scared of their inability or unavailability. Yeah, that's the one. And then Tyler Hero is also questionable, and this one's a little bit more of a wild card than I think Vincent, Strus, and Tucker are. One thing that he won't do is get fined for for not reporting injuries. I'll tell you that. Tyler Hero's dealing with a left groin strain, and he's questionable. So there's a world where Hero, Lowry could both not play. That would lean heavily on Vincent, Strus, Butler, Oladipo. There's a world, I guess, where all these Qs could be Os. It could get weird, mama. It could get weird. But that's what we're here for. We're here to dissect props that we might target, and then, 10 minutes after we go off the air, three people will get rolled out.
Right.
One person not even on the injury report. Somebody's gonna get Rona, and then Scott Foster just comes out of the depths of hell, and it changes everything. But what are you going to do, man? Shout out to the live chat hanging with us on a hump day. You guys are the best. Parker Douglas said, yo, they had the McDavid taco up simultaneously with Luca's taco for a 10-minute window yesterday. Must have been an error for PrizePicks. Easy $50 profit. Whew. That's what's up. I don't know what the lock times were, but that's pretty cool. What up, Jonathan Adams? Yurt. What up, Jato? Fish fan in the chat. There's no crying in baseball. Oh, there was crying for Jose Trevino. And I'm not even going to go there, but shout out to Jose Trevino. What up, Mighty Saint? What up, Sean Drake? Kiefer Easterlin. Yurt. Underrated World. Mark Radio. Gotta get the full throttle. Is that an energy drink, or is that just you encouraging us? I ordered, so usually I'll order 2 cases of Black Cherry Vanilla Bang and just straight up take it. But I saw a couple different flavors I never tried before, so I loaded up on all different ones. And today it's gonna be Blue Raz. So this one I do have some history with, but it's pretty good, pretty tasty. What up, Emerson's? What up, Eric in the chat? Hey, Josh, last night you played some WNBA. And
first night for me, man.
Yeah. And we've been, I don't want to say teasing it, but we've been telling you guys, Josh is loaded up. He's going to do some research. We would never, ever, ever go live off the cuff and just start randomly giving advice. So Josh gave himself a couple weeks to learn the product, learn the rotations. Basketball is a universal language, but you got to build familiarity with teams. So a little bit soft launch yesterday. Josh listed several of his favorite WNBA props to target, and all of them hit except one that got hooked, right? Mariah Jefferson. So not a bad start, I would say.
Yeah.
And you even put your money where your mouth is, right? Josh doesn't just come up with these plays and doesn't tail them. $50 power play here with 4 of those picks, $500. You know how it goes. And then a $100 power play for those picks, $1,000. So WNBA is about that life, and that's exhibit A of, I might give it another chance, because that's a little bit different than the deflated DFS lobbies that got me into WNBA and quickly got me out of WNBA. So I'm pretty excited for that. Look out for content, Josh. I don't want to set a date here, but sounds like it's going to be soon. And then just thinking out loud, what kind of schedule do you think? Because not every day is a full slate, right? Some days are one
game slates. Yeah.
All right, so I mean, it sounds like we might have some content on multiple game slate. So don't expect like every day, every inch, everything possible. But a lot of cool things there, and a lot of you guys in the Discord, the Gundecker Gaming Discord, have been chopping it up. So it's a lot of fun, man. I'm glad to see that. I've even seen like the temperature change. Like some people are more excited for big WNBA slates than some of these basketball slates, and that makes sense. The year of the blowout. And then last night, Mavericks and your Dubs. Mavs took one. We thought they would take one. I think it goes back to Oracle, and it's a gentleman's sweep, and the Warriors move on. But how'd you do last night for the NBA side of things?
Pretty good. I think I hit on the taco. I took a risk with the Bertans 0.53 with the taco. And then one of my main cards I hit on a 4 power play. I mean, I feel like that game script was really predictable. I didn't think the Mavs were going to shoot that bad again. And I figured they were going to come out on fire, desperate, and make their threes. I mean, they shot ridiculous. I think Finney and Reggie both had 5+ threes. And it was an emotional day for the Warriors, and so especially Steve. Like, he took that event, the school shooting, pretty seriously into heart yesterday. So I think he probably wanted to get out of there. He wants to get back.
Yeah, when I saw that press conference, I was like, man, his mind's not in it. Nope. And he even, and rightfully so, he even, what's the word? Minimalized the game, right? He was like, and now we're going to go on and play a basketball game, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And I was like, this might take some sting out of it. But, I
mean, like, how could you, even if they won, like, how could, like, with that mindset, how could you celebrate in Texas and winning Western Conference Finals? So, I mean, he kept the starters out. I mean, a large part of it was due to the cleanup crew making a miraculous comeback, getting it down to 8 points deficit. And then when he brought Steph back in, the lead started to climb back. I mean, it just kind of puts things in retrospect. I mean, for anybody who has kids out there, I mean, I think we're blessed to be able to sit here and talk about sports and have healthy kids if you do, and got to appreciate every day, man.
Yeah, the backup squad try to will their way back into it. I saw a hot take on. I don't know if it's a hot take, but let me ask your thoughts on this. I saw a tweet. It's like, man, the bench brings them within 8, and then you bring Steph Curry back in instead of leaving the bench out there. How do you feel about that? Because when I saw that, I was like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Well, you got to bring Steph back in. He can get like the Curry flurry and get like 3 threes in a row, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to.
But hey, a game that finishes within 10 points, that's it finished there. It didn't feel like,
I mean, it was a 30-point lead at one point, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's just par for the course in this postseason, man. Games are so lopsided. And I'm sure it'll go back to Oracle and the Warriors win by 30. It's unfortunate, but what can you do? And speaking of that, tonight's game, just a 2.5 point spread. We'll see how that goes. And like I said, we're dealing with a lot of injury news and notes here. But we will peruse the lobbies here, trying to set some picks, set some rolls, set some floaters, see what we can't come up with as early targets for Celtics and Heat. This stream powered by RunDFS.com. If you guys are into DFS and even prop betting, we're starting to add more and more prop laden content, or at least tools such as the spreadsheet. We saw that a lot this year for NBA. I'm trying to come up with a fair way to do it for baseball, because baseball's variance is like, I can't really tell you that this guy's going to hit over 1.5 total bases, but we'll see. And then, of course, football, not too far, man. We're almost in June. Then, 2 months away from preseason, and then we're riding 3 months away from regular season, so we got a little bit of time to recover. During the recovery process, I'm hoping to add to the team a little bit, expand our content reach, and then also expand some of the tools here. So lots of exciting stuff. But if you guys want to be part of the action card at RunDFS.com, a lot of cool stuff behind the paywall. And if you want to hang out for free, we have the free Discord. The link to that Discord, it's in the description below. That'll get you in here, and then for $5 a month, you can hit that join button, get the badge next to your name, and then you'll also unlock access to these YouTube member channels. Yesterday, you posted your WNBA leans there, your basketball leans. I've been posting my PrizePicks leans, the bomb detector, all that good stuff. So while it's not the full robust offering that RunDFS will give you, it is still a pretty decent thank you every day that we play as a token of appreciation for you guys being channel members here. So if you do want to grab that, or you just want to support the channel, click that join button, man. Get yourself the purple panda after a year. A lot of fun. Let's get caught up in chat. Then we'll look at the Celtics board. Underrated World says WNBA might be money. Yeah, and Josh, I've also opened up Josh's solo stream career, so Josh just might flip the switch randomly some days, talk some WNBA with you boys.
Yeah, we just got to get a spreadsheet working somehow, make things easier, more streamlined.
It shouldn't be that hard. What up, Sheriff? Gonna get you. Got to bring Steph in for sure. Should have brought him in a few minutes earlier. Yeah, when it's within like 15, right? I think that's close enough for. There's really not many deficits below 20 points. I wouldn't want Steph Curry on the court just because he's the greatest shooter of all time. But that needs to be a thing. The Curry flurry. Somebody at McDonald's. I think we just created something. Sheriff says, why not a pitcher props video, less pitchers than hitters to go through? Yeah, so Sheriff, I mentioned this yesterday on the mainstream. Behind the scenes, it's Josh helping me out a lot with the front end content and doing the props. But the video editing is me. The thumbnails is me. The coding for spreadsheets is me. And then when we do the baseball content, that's usually me as well. So I have been looking for people to collab with to help that out, but I only have so many man hours that I can realistically assign myself to get stuff done, and the priority in the last week has been getting the new spreadsheet out of the way. And the main reason for that is because the baseball content is not really, it doesn't generate the views to prioritize over anything else. But this week, I'm about 98% done with that spreadsheet. So I'm hoping next week we'll have a more fluid offering for baseball content. I'll definitely have more daily baseball breakdown streams where I'm just researching out loud. But certainly having PrizePicks and prop based videos, a couple minutes long, is on the docket. And unlike NBA, I can get a lot of that baseball stuff done content-wise overnight because there's not a whole lot of It's not like late scratches or not as much as basketball. So all that is definitely on the docket. But I'm just one man. I'm just one man. So until I add to the team or until I just finish the spreadsheet and all that. But I'm hoping next week. Next week should be a good glimpse of what the summer will look like here on the channel and at Run DFS and at Gundacker Gaming. That's a lot of blabbering, dog. We've been on the air for like 15 minutes and we ain't done any work.
It just shows how excited we are for this game. Delaying the inevitable.
So we could either talk about Celtics and Heat, or we can discuss, I don't know, want to talk politics or religion, or
no.
Celtics on the board. Jason Tatum, 27.5 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. This is really big. Let me zoom out. Three pointers made, half a block shot for Jason Tatum, 3.5 turnovers, 38.5 PRA, 6.5 free throws. So we get 9 props of Jason Tatum to target. Jaylen Brown is still on the board here at 23.5 points, 6.5 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 free throws. Looking at Al Horford, he's at 8.5 rebounds. So these are some of the names we might key in on with the volatility of the status of Marcus Smart and Robert Williams. And if Robert Williams was out, it would is that the word I'm looking for? It would boost more than likely Horford's rebound potential, and then same with Marcus Smart. So Horford right now on the board at 8.5 rebounds, 3 assists, 9.5 points, 30 fantasy points, and 30 fantasy points is something I do like a lot. If the Time Lord sits this one out, Marcus Smart's on the board, keeping an eye on his status. 2.5 turnovers for him, 6 assists. Robert Williams on the board with 23 fantasy points, 1.5 block shots, and then a rebound prop at 6.5, and then Grant Williams on the board at 9.5. So let's play game script here. This game's back in Miami. Can Miami string together a game where they dominate, or are we buying into not only the Celtics being favorite, or maybe the Celtics being more healthy and just a better team and putting this one away? What's standing out to you? And then play if this, then that. The one that I think is probably the most interesting to me is grabbing some action on Al Horford. And I was thinking that the fantasy points for Horford kind of stands out. But like I said, I think if we're playing, the Robert Williams status is based on recovery, I feel like that's a good chance that means every other game. But Horford 30 fantasy points is something I think we could throw a cast a net on and maybe take advantage of maybe a limited or even an out Robert Williams. But start me off on the Celtics, man. What are you thinking? And I'll start working on a list as you talk.
Yeah, it's really hard to call because we don't know Marcus Smart. I mean, Marcus Smart is, I think both him and Time Lord are true game time decisions, and it's going to come down to shoot around, or warm up, because from what I've read, his ankle is just like constantly swollen, and so I assume they're going to be shooting him up the quarter zone, trying to reduce his swelling and see how he feels during shooting around. Because you know Marcus Smart, both him and Jimmy, they're going to want to play no matter what. But it's just a matter of being realistic and can you actually be productive and not hurt your team. So it's risky. So let's say he plays and tries to go through it. There's a range of outcomes that he starts and the ankle starts, over time through the first half, it starts to swell up more and give him problems and slow him down, and then he just can't return, and then you just lose out. So I mean, his lines I really like his 1.5 block steal, his 3.5 rebounds, and his PRA is very low. But I just think it's too risky for the prop world. But let's say that he is out or limited, then I like Tatum's 38.5 PRA. We're getting a 1 PRA discount from the books, and you have him projected for 40.5 PRA. He's just going to have to do a lot more if Smart is out. If Smart's in, then for Tatum, I would consider his rebounds. It's down to 6. I think he has a good chance to either push or clear. Just especially with both these teams being so cold from the 3-point line all series long. So there's been a lot of bricks in this series. So the rebounds have been very fruitful. And so yeah, the same goes for Jaylen Brown. Definitely get on his 6.5 rebounds. He's been crushing the glass. And yeah, so I would say both. I like the rebounds for both Tatum and Brown. And that's about it. I mean, I think Tatum, if Smart is out, he can get on his 3.5 turnovers because more ball handling and being on the road, and he's just continues to turn the ball over at a very high rate. And for Jaylen Brown, besides his rebounds, his 2.5, 3, I like, just in case, a game script where Strus and Lowry and others get hot from 3, and the Celtics need to match those threes. Jaylen's going to be, besides Tatum, the key guy to take those threes, especially if Smart is out. And, fast Peyton Pritchard come in and take some threes too. So if Smart's rolled out, let's definitely look out for the 3-point props, like guys like Peyton Pritchard, and focus on Jaylen Brown.
How much speculating are you going to do with your money from how do I phrase this? Are you waiting until definitive news drops?
Well, yeah, because everything's gonna get juiced once it drops, right? We've seen that with the Celtics team.
That's what I mean. Like, are you making some card, even if it's not full unit cards? Are you making some cards here that are taking advantage of lines that you feel like wouldn't be these lines if we knew Smart or Robert Williams was out? And my lean right now, and it means nothing, but my lean is that Robert Williams is probably closer to in. I feel like he's going to play every other game. And then Marcus Smart is... It feels like Marcus Smart's not going to miss games if he can play. He's a dog, right? Marcus Smart, dog. Jason Tatum, he's a dog.
He's a dog. I mean, it was a pretty nasty ankle injury, man. I mean, it's...
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I completely get it. He's just, maybe it's a mistake for him to play. I don't know. But with that said, because there is an above 0% chance that they would be out, let's say you had some interest in more ball handling for, a Brown or a Tatum or something like that. Are you firing away some cards on the off chance that X and Y are out, even if it's a quarter of a unit or something like that? Or are you just gonna more so wait for the news? Because I know that's more of I don't want to say EV. Strategy for like single bets and sports betting. We're still parlaying and we're still assuming some risk here, but I don't know. Like a lot of these lines could move, several points when news does drop later on today, and maybe more so on the Heat side is something to keep an eye on. But
both those guys, it'll have a ripple effect on the Heat side too, for sure. Hold on a second. I don't want to speculate too much, but I'm reading the Heat Reddit, and these fanatics on Reddit, man, they usually have inside information. They're reporting that there is 2 players on the Heat that tested positive for COVID, but they won't release the names.
So there was a controversy on Twitter earlier that
and
also...
I think it's Jimmy Butler.
I mean... Again, I didn't get every ounce of it, but when I was scrolling through Twitter, I saw that there was a little bit of a controversy, and there was some misreporting that maybe shifted this line. So that's possible, but without a check mark next to it, I don't want to be part of the misinformation vehicle, but it is. There's something fishy that has been going on, is what I'll say.
Yeah, why would this all of a sudden go viral?
No, I think somebody reported something like that on Twitter earlier, and it kind of took off, but it kind of was unfounded, like basis wise. So, I don't know. Yeah,
well, Ed, all right, I just saw that. Throw that out there. Yeah, so I think the lines that would get juice probably the most would be probably assist props, I assume, if Smart's out. And then if Robert Williams out, I think, some of these rebounds would go up. Like Tatum's would probably go to 6.5 or 7, and then same with Jaylen Brown. And last time when Robert Williams was ruled out, I think Al Horford went up to 9.5 rebounds eventually. So if you do like his 8.5 rebounds right now, like you're saying, you could, roll the dice and play him and hope that Robert Williams sits. I mean, that last game, Robert Williams really injured his knee again on a block shot on Jimmy, and he was limping around. So I don't know, man. I can't call it.
All right. Hey, Rick Martinchich? I've never seen that name before, Rick. That's a unique one, and that's coming from Gundacker. That's an awesome name. Appreciate you hitting that channel membership, becoming a baller. Means a lot. So make sure you link your Discord with your YouTube channel. So here's what I got on the list. I got Jason Tatum, 38.5 PRA, question mark. And yes.
I like it, especially if Smart's out.
Mm-hmm. Also have rebounds listed. Then I jotted down Jaylen Brown, 6.5 rebounds, 2 threes.
Mm-hmm. And his fantasy could be in play as a third option. You have him projected for 48, and he's sitting at his usual 38.
Okay. And then, do you want to add anything Horford there?
It's tough, man. I'm gonna let you call him. I'm lukewarm on him.
It's Al Horford. All right. I mean, I'll just refer to the projections. Al Horford, I have him for about 34 fantasy points. That's 4 points above the projection. It's not anything egregious. I do have him at over 9 rebounds. There's a little bit of wiggle room there versus the 8.5 rebounds. So it's still a little bit of a sweat, but it's there. It's viable. So I'll put it on the list. And nothing here is feeling warm and fuzzy. And then just as a reference, looking at Underdog for Horford props, see what they give us. 19.5 points in rebounds, 10.5 points, 1.5 threes, 9.5 rebounds. So you're getting a full rebound discount on PrizePicks here. So
yeah,
I might lean that way. Cool. And then if you like those unders, obviously you guys can go jam the unders over there on Underdog. If you guys aren't on Underdog, I'll post a link in chat. Their pick'em mode is very much like PrizePicks. The main difference is instead of up to 10x, they'll let you up to 20x your cards. So if you guys want to try that out, click that link in chat. When you sign up, they'll double your first deposit. So let's say you got an extra $20 laying around, throw it over there on Underdog. They're gonna make that $40. You can play it instantly and start getting some action. Stretch that bankroll while we still have a couple games left to target. Also, they got Time Lord at 7 rebounds, and PrizePicks has them at 6.5. So looks like we are getting a little bit more aggressive lines over there. So those of you that like unders today, Underdog might be the spot. So I'll put Horford 8.5 rebounds here tentatively, and then let's keep an eye on Marcus Smart. I guess it's too close to call. I'll say this: even if you get the news right now, Marcus Smart's playing. Are we too worried about how healthy he is to even lay some stake on him?
I think so. I think if Time Lord's playing, I could feel a little bit better because we have seen him play on this bum knee, and he can still be productive. And I would definitely jump on his first half real points and consider his 1.5 block shot.
Okay, that makes sense. The 2.5, you said turnovers too?
No, 1.5 block shot, and then his first half real points. I would like those a lot if he's announced in. And then Smart, it's risky. It's real risky, but it's tempting. I get it.
I don't hate turnovers though. If we thought that he wasn't 100% playing against the Heat, low line. All right, speaking of Heat, let's flip over to the Heat. While I do that, I get caught up on chat. See what you guys got. What up, Flo? What up, Aguita? What up, Caleb? Card openings. Zay paid. Zay says, I think Jimmy boards over. It's back at home. He's a hustle guy, and he's going to play with urgency. He's projected for 7. out of 6.5 as well. So you're saying he's projected for 7 rebounds and the line 6.5. Okay, I don't hate that, Zay. That's a good call. Welcome to the chat. What up, X Ali? Check Bam under PRA. Here we go. It's an inevitable. Time is a flat circle. Parker says 3 rebounds or 3 points made. Yeah, let's jump over to the Heat here. What do you like tonight in WNBA, albeit only one game? I don't know. Have you looked at WNBA? I don't think you have? Okay. Well, do you have one thing that you like in WNBA?
I like Tina Charles 7.5 rebounds as of right now.
All right, cool.
And yeah, and Skylar's 13.5 points and Lexi's 2.5 rebounds. That's 3 for you to start with.
There we go. Wait, you said Lexi Brown?
Yeah.
How many rebounds?
2.5.
Okay. All right. There you go, Chad. There's a 3-pick WNBA. I'm impressed. I really am impressed. Like, I laugh about it, but that's incredible that you've quickly adopted. And I'm trying to. So I'll say this: I'm consuming a lot of NFL best ball content, just because I would like to get into that space because of some of the partnerships I have. Mm-hmm. It's a lot. Like, the learning curves are a lot because you got to really have valuable stuff. Like, there's a different strategy than DFS. DFS, you tell me the salary, I'll tell you the projection, the game, and I don't have to worry about that other than the week that I'm playing. But in best ball, man, it gets meticulous, man. You gotta study the schedule. You gotta, the bye weeks, make sure they don't overlap. Which I guess you do that in season long to a little bit, but it's a lot. So for you to be able to just pick up a new sport in a matter of a couple weeks is very impressive, Josh. You're like a beautiful mind.
Thanks, man. I mean, it's lucky that there's not many teams on the WNBA, so it was easy to catch up.
All right, let's jump over to the Heat side. If you guys want more WNBA jibber jabber, go to the free Discord. Link to that's in the description below. There's a WNBA channel. You guys are chopping it up all day long, all day strong. Even look at Aguita, got a little spreadsheet going. He likes the rebounds. He likes the Skylar call. Who else did you have? You had Lexi. So Lexi's not on here, but look at that. He's with Tina and Skylar as well. So there's that. If you guys want more WNBA chat, or if you bring some value to that space, man, join their free Discord. It's a beautiful team growing there. All right, the Heat side, Jimmy Butler, 23.5 points, 6.5 rebounds, 4 assists, half a block shot, 1.5 steals. That's always a fun one. 2 turnovers. 35.5 PRA, 6.5 free throws, 44 fantasy points. I have Jimmy Butler right at 44 fantasy points, so looks like everything's going to be pretty linear to my projections, which is unfortunate. Bam Adebayo also on the board, 25.5 PRA, 3 free throws, 32 fantasy points. I'm always over-projecting Bam Adebayo, Josh. Always. I can't fix it. I don't know how to fix it because I got to completely remove 2 years of per minute production and stuff like that. And we saw the one game where Spoelstra is like, yep, I need Bam Adebayo to score. I'm going to make this happen. And Bam Adebayo goes off and everybody's, ha ha ha, Josh and Gunn were wrong once ever. And then
said one game of series. We said that.
Yeah, and then the next game he goes right back to wind sprint McGillicuddy.
Yes, sir.
But once again, the projection likes him. So I would imagine, if you guys want to get to some Bam and a 204 total, I do have a lean on the over. Max Strus on the board, 11 points. You were discussing the merit and his value in 2.5 threes this morning on the First Lick video. I'm sure that hasn't changed much. 19 fantasy points for him. PJ Tucker on the board at 18 fantasy points, half a steal, 4.5 rebounds. The rebounds is an intriguing one, especially if some of those Q's become O's. Kyle Lowry may not play, but if he does, 4.5 assists is the line for him. 23 fantasy points the line for him. And then Hero's not even listed, but in that last game, and I don't know if you guys remember this, the Heat were getting molly-whopped, absolutely dumpstered. But in the same time, Victor Oladipo was having a ceiling offense game. It was the weirdest thing to see them. You know what I mean? Like they were just absolutely getting throttled, but somehow Depot was like 18 points in, in like 8 minutes. I was like, what is happening? Well, if we have another game with no Tyler Hero, potentially no Kyle Lowry, you feel like there's a path to justifying Oladipo yet again, and maybe we're paying some recency bias tax here. But Depot was involved for 30 minutes in that last game, and 20 to 30 minutes is probably his window yet again. So maybe if we're not banking on real points here, maybe the PRA is a soft landing for something that he might bring to the table, and maybe later on they'll give us a fantasy point prop. So I do think, unlike the Celtics, I kind of lean towards Robert Williams and Marcus Smart being in. With the Heat, I don't know. I just don't know what to expect. But I guess the main constant would probably be that Butler and Adebayo play, unless that errant COVID report comes to fruition. I guess talk to me about the Heat, man.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler has 9 props. Do you have one that you like, if not a couple?
Man. I'm so on the fence. Jimmy. I mean, how many times has he just screwed us? But this is setting up for Jimmy night, right? Like yesterday, it was announced that he did not make the All NBA team. There's reports out there that he's ready and motivated now. And he's gonna turn it up.
Now is when he cares. I didn't care when I was one series away from the NBA Finals. But I didn't make the All NBA team. Oh, let me turn up one time for the one time.
Well, I'm saying that's added fuel because he was pretty mad at himself that last game. He said he's not blaming it on his knee, but no player is gonna blame an injury, obviously, to the public. He said he's like yeah, I'm all right. I just need to play better, and he said he will play better.
Yeah.
So, I think I like the Heat.
Wait, hold on. I don't want to cut you off. Are you wearing your scientist coat?
Yeah, my lab coat.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think I like the Heat more today, and I'll probably have more Heat props than Celtics, just because all the lines are really, really reduced, and I think it's just because it's under the assumption that the Celtics are full strength with Marcus Smart and or Robert Williams for defense. So let's say Marcus Smart and Robert Williams are ruled out, or if it's just one of them that plays. These lines are so low. I mean, you got Lowry at 4.5 assists, Strus at 2.5 threes, and Jimmy at 23.5 points. I mean, it's tempting, and they're at home, crucial game. Yeah, but it's Jimmy's knee, man. He I don't know if you watched that last game, but he just cannot get any lift off the ground. And he needs that because he does that like drive to the basket where he then jumps and fades away. He needs that vertical leap, and it's really gonna affect his rebounding too. But I might throw a card with this 23.5 points. If I was gonna pick any prop of his, it would probably be that. He could get the free throw line a lot tonight. So Mark Davis is the crew chief, and I believe Tiven is the referee. Yeah, Tiven is the head official. The Heat are 2-0 in the playoffs with this officiating crew. If you like gambler stats, and yeah, Jimmy took a lot of free throws in those games. And Mark Davis, man, that guy, he loves to shine and get attention with the whistle, like that, calling that charge on Wiggins' poster dunk on Luka. I mean, that was a joke. I mean, odds are saying that, like, yeah, they're gonna favor the Heat here, probably at home. So yeah, I think he can get it done at the free throw line too. So I'm gonna roll the dice on one card with Jimmy points. And then I really like
you just want to go out to 23.5 points instead of the 6.5 free throws, right? Because I mean, that's Jesus, 35% of it right there.
Yeah, we can do free throws, 1A, 1B.
Okay.
And then I really like, I'm gonna have a lot of exposure to Lowry and PJ Tucker. I don't even care if Hero plays, because he's just really not been he's been a non-factor. 4.5 assists is just really low for Lowry, and he just needs his guys to hit their threes, like Tucker in the corner, and he gets a lot of his assists through Strus's threes. So if Strus can come out on fire and hit 3 or 4 threes, he can easily get to that assist line, that 4.5 early on in the game. So I'm probably going to target that for him, and then as his primary, and then his secondary for Lowry would be his 1.5 threes, because he's going to have to chuck it from 3, especially if Hero's out. And then a third option of his would be the 3.5 rebounds. Because, if Jimmy's having problems rebounding at all, and the Celtics are going to be taking a lot of threes, trying to come back if the Heat get hot.
What was it? It was 1.5 threes, 3.5 rebounds. What was the other, Larry?
4.5 assists is number 1 for me.
Okay.
And then my second favorite on the Heat would be probably PJ Tucker's 4.5 rebounds. It's really low for him. He averages almost 6 in a season. And like I said, if Jimmy, he's struggling to crash the glass, and like even more. I know PJ Tucker's dealing with his own knee injury, but he's been playing through it and looks fine. And then my third favorite is Strus props, and definitely his 2.5 threes. Because majority of the time we're getting that at 3, and now we're getting it cut down to 2.5. And I know he had a terrible game last game, but this is just setting up for a perfect bounce back spot. Coming back home, they need him, obviously. I just see him really bouncing back today. So I like that. But if you're worried about his shooting and don't trust it, then his 3.5 rebounds are in play too, because he can't get it done on the glass, and that's usually sitting at 4 or 4.5. So we're getting a discount on that too. And then I'm gonna let you call Bam. Are you going under, or are you fading?
You're an a-hole, you know that? I'm going to analyze this whole game, but I'm going to let you call Bam.
I guess it depends on Robert Williams, right?
Yeah.
Well, although Al Horford's been primarily guarding him and shadowing him, even with Robert Williams playing, Robert Williams has been focusing on roaming and stopping Jimmy cutting to the basket, so...
I will probably not put money on Bam Adebayo for the rest of this season. How do you go from 22 shots to 5? I get a game of adjustments. You're not going to beat us the same way twice, right? So, I don't know. I'd probably stay away from it.
Yeah, I guess the only line I might consider would be his 2.5 assists if we think that Lowry and Strus can get hot from 3 with the game script that we're kind of building on right now. I think he runs a lot of the pick and roll and high post where he will look for those 3-point shooters, so that would probably be the only one I would maybe go over on him. And then I'll probably fade all the rest. I think his 8.5 rebounds is really popular with the public. People are clicking the over on that. A lot of models like it too, but his rebounding's all over the place, man. I don't know if I can trust it.
Okay.
He just doesn't get it done on the offensive glass because he's always so high up on the high post. I don't know.
I guess I had it backwards. I don't know why I had in my mind Robert Williams out last game, but in the game before. So I guess the 2-game result is that Adebayo's good game was against not Robert Williams, right? And then Robert Williams came back and he had a bad game. So I guess if there's a case that, and it's small sample, but I guess there's a case that if Robert Williams was not active for this game, the matchup gets a little bit softer for Adebayo against Grant Williams, and you said Horford more so has been guarding him anyway, but the help defense is
the help defense. Yep. Exactly.
So maybe that's something to keep an eye on. But I do feel like no matter what, Adebayo is never a fun sweat, so it wouldn't be a core or warm and fuzzy click or anything like that.
One thing we did that was pretty sharp that last game when we saw Robert Williams was playing, we went under on Bam's PRA for the first half because Time Lord is going to play majority of his minutes in the first half, and
I like that.
It obviously worked out great. But I mean, his full game would have worked too because the starters basically didn't play the second half, majority of the second half.
Mm-hmm. No, I think that's a sharp call.
Yeah. Yeah, so we gotta wait on. We definitely have to wait on that news before making decisions like on guys like Bam. But I think you could still lock in some core plays, and like you said, I try to get an advantage by predicting who's gonna be in and out, and trying to get some of these lines while they're not juiced and they're still raw.
I hate this game.
It's the best, man. It's a 2-point spread.
Woj tweeted a couple of minutes ago. No news, but news. Robert Williams will test his left knee in warm-ups, but there's optimism he'll be available for Game 5. So Woj is going to have us leaning towards in, and that's all I got to say about that. Well, that's our Heat and Celtics game. I guess, should we add those WNBA to the? Nah, F it. We'll keep that in the YouTube channel. So I guess as we get closer to lock, when more news becomes definitive, if you guys are in the free Discord, if you are channel members, look out for this channel member section. I'll try and find something for baseball. I'm be honest, it's a short baseball slate. There's a little bit of weather concern, so it's definitely one of your pick your battles nights. And the same for NBA, pick your battles here. We'll bounce back on a bigger WNBA slate, bigger baseball slate, blah blah blah. Going forward, not every day needs to be a full bet day. But yeah, for those of you that are channel members, make sure you have linked your YouTube account with your YouTube account or in your Discord account and get in there. Let's recap what we got. Chat, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, something that you're on, you want to share with the class, throw it in chat. And then as a reminder, the stream brought to you in part by both PrizePicks and you did that. Oh, you got cards. The man's got cards. I didn't know. I saw the lab coat. I saw that you're not in your studio. I just assumed. God dang.
But you go ahead while I open.
All right. Well, let's do some here. Okay. Well, hey, sign up for PrizePicks or Underdog using code GUNDACKER. They'll double your first deposit, and they'll also help support the stream, help the content stay free every month, every week, every day. There's the PrizePicks link. Here's the Underdog link. And then, of course, if you're going to any of these games or you're going to catch a baseball game or something like that, remember, we also got friends over at God dang it. Over at SeatGeek. Here we go. So if you guys want to head to a baseball game or a basketball game or a concert, check out tickets on the SeatGeek app and let me save you $20. All you gotta do is use my code, and it'll take $20 off the purchase price here. So while you guys load up those questions, I'll maximize Josh here. We'll see if we get any narrative laden cards here. What are you opening, by the way? Just current season NBA?
Yeah, NBA Illusions. And then I got a rookie pack. Let's see. First card is
Domantas Sabonis. Let's go.
You see that okay?
Sacramento King.
Oh,
legend.
Second card on the deck. Looky there.
Jaylen Brown, that's a sign. So we had his rebounds, right? By the way, Chad, we'll recap all the picks here in a second.
Ooh, that's a cool card. Cole Anthony.
Okay.
Little rookie card. Oh.
Everybody needs a hero.
Yep.
Stank face.
Oh, this is Gun's favorite.
But you're out of shot a little bit. Christian Wood, let's go. You're a little to your left. There you go. All right, there you go.
And then Jalen Smith, the other favorite.
All right.
All right, let's see who we got here.
So we got a Jaylen Brown and a Tyler Hero. So that's the NBA tarot card saying, I don't know what it's saying. I'm not the narrative guy.
Okay.
Chat, hit that thumbs up while you're chilling, man. Maybe a thumbs up will get him an autographed Zion Williamson rookie.
Evan Mobley rookie, USC.
Let's go. Wait, is there college unis? They can do that? Or are these college cards?
They're college cards for the rookies. For
right.
this for this
Okay.
year. Yeah.
I figured college likenesses and all that. Anyway, what do I know?
Zaire Williams. Oh, this is a nice one. Davion Mitchell. Trey Mann. I guess there's only rookie in this series is going to be Payne Pritchard, right? That's actually playing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a pretty cool Davion Mitchell.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Wait, is
All right.
Peyton Pritchard a rookie? I feel like he played last year. Maybe I'm dumb.
Oh yeah, because I think these card sets are year behind because
Okay. I see what you're saying.
this season hasn't come out yet till into June. So
Gotcha.
Jaylen Brown and Tyler Hero.
All right. Tarot cards have spoken. Is that it for the cards? I can put you back in your spot.
Yeah.
I can put you back in your box.
So
By the
we
way-
go over our top plays.
Yeah, top plays based on what we just discussed.
Yeah, we need
By the
to
way,
figure out the gun special.
shout out to you guys for the likes. I didn't really have to ask for likes. You guys already have 40 plus, but the goal is always 100, always. But if you guys can get us this like 70 likes, that would be great. But based on what we talked about briefly, here's what I had in the notes. I had for the Celtics, Jason Tatum, 38.5 PRA. I have him projected for about 40, so I do have a little bit of margin of difference. Rebounds prop for Tatum, even more so if Marcus Smart's out. Jaylen Brown, 6.5 rebounds, 2.5 threes, fantasy points. Some of those are contingent on Marcus Smart being out for us to like it a little bit. Basically, the rebound props, right? We like those a little bit more if Marcus Smart's out. Al Horford, 8.5 rebounds. Like that more if Time Lord is out, but Time Lord looks like he's going to be closer to in. Marcus Smart, 1.5 blocks and steals. And then on the Heat side, Jimmy Butler, over 23.5 real points, 6.5 free throws. Kyle Lowry, 4.5 assists, 1.5 threes, 3.5 rebounds. Max Strus, 2.5 threes, 3.5 rebounds. PJ Tucker, 4.5 rebounds. And then we could play the if this then that game. If Robert Williams is in, then maybe we like the first half under PRA on Mr. Adebayo.
And then over on Robert Williams points.
Yeah, makes sense. So a couple of fun ways for that to go. But this slate is not pencils down just yet. We still need definitive news, and we're probably not going to have that for a couple hours. So make sure you guys are on your toes in the free Discord. Link to that in the description below. Pritchard's 2020. Okay, I thought Pritchard was hanging around. I knew Davion was new, though.
So what's the gun special?
The gun special?
You called it right yesterday.
I've literally this series should just be fired into the sun for betting. With that, I think the Celtics win the championship, but this series is like the most off. Like if this was a regular season slate with like 6 games, this would not be on the first video, Josh.
Right.
This we are not touching this game. So
no.
I guess it would be something Jimmy Butler related, just because they're at home. He's got to fight his butt off. Maybe the 23.5 points on Jimmy Butler makes a lot of sense, but I hate it all. What's baseball looking like, right? People know me more for baseball. Judge, Torres, and Rizzo all listed as potential homers. I can look at my bomb detector, but there's still some weather concerns here. Harper, Hoskins, Schwarber. Yeah, I don't know.
I would say this: if you don't want to play a lot of guys on this slate, you could, if you could be patient, you could play some Warriors and just wait out the cash out tomorrow. They have Steph at 3.5 threes, which is dumb, and then Clay's at 2.5 threes. So those are definitely in play.
And it's another back against the wall Mavs spot, right? Where even if we flip the game script, they're going to be in the game in the fourth quarter because it's do or die. So yeah, maybe there's something in that, but I don't like sitting around. How about this? We'll go if Hero's out, I'll grab some Victor Oladipo, PRA or fantasy if they open that.
Okay.
And that is the gun special.
Okay.
You doing a video tomorrow?
Oh, got to for the Warriors, man.
There you go. Chat, I'm going to get into the rundfs.com MLB voice chat. working on some baseball for the DraftKings and FanDuel streets tonight. Look for the first look tomorrow. Look for a stream tomorrow. And then soon, the WNBA content is coming. And that might even come in live form. So we'll see about that. Yeah, get in that free Discord, twitter.com/Gundacker. Take advantage of all the free stuff. When you jump in that Discord, you'll see all of the offers that we've partnered with to get you guys a little extra bang for your buck, underdog, prize picks, all that good stuff. What up, Sam Mully? Sarah says, even when Bam has those stretches where it feels like he's everywhere when you look at stats, he's only got 2 rebounds and 2 points. Bam Adebayo.
I do be like that.
I'm so excited for this game. Can you tell it? Am I just dripping exuberantly through the airwaves?
Oh, yeah. It's your favorite, man.
Good luck. God bless. Go with some money. Damn it. The best part is the song. It's always the song. Bro, I'm trying to drink a gallon of water every day.
Uh-huh.
I'm about halfway through with the gallon. I just opened it for this stream.
Wait, do you just sit at a desk with a catheter?
No.
How do you? I mean, you must be feeling like crazy.
When I used to go to, but when I used to go to the gym, I would just walk in with a gallon of water, and I would work out until that gallon of water was gone. To be young again. So now, I sit down at my desk, coding a spreadsheet, and I don't stop till that gallon of water is done. God dang it! That's a joke.
I love it.
To be young again.
Yes, sir.
All right,
so
man.
You gonna be in the MLB?
Yeah, talk some MLB, get my spreadsheet going. Figure out this weather.
Okay.
Later.
Later.